Welcome to What Would Lisa Say? And this is Lisa Mabli. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the definition of done and how important it actually is. I want you to think about when you are putting story point estimates on something, what you are estimating. Okay, you've thought about it. Now I'm going to tell you, you need to be estimating every single thing that needs to be done on that story in order to move it to the state of being done as that aligns with your organization's definition of done. This is why a definition of done is so incredibly important, and why it's so important that the entire team and multiple teams be aligned on what this means. What are we going to have to do in order to agree that this thing is safe or ready or whatever you want to call it to go into production? What is considered done? How do we get to count this thing down in our burn down? When do we get to close this ticket? Your story point estimate needs to involve all of the work, soup to nuts, that gets involved in getting that story from open to closed, in checking all of the boxes on your definition of done. Super duper important. If you don't have a definition of done, there's a really good chance that you're having a hard time getting your sprint plans right and being able to meet your commitments. And usually that's because there's a little bit of a disconnect on how much work is required to get all of the work done that needs to be done. So if you're having trouble planning your sprints and getting really good sprint commitments and good predictability, start with looking at your definition of done and making sure your whole team is aligned around it. And be sure that your definition of done includes all of the work that it takes, from dev to QA to design to deployment work, whatever it is. Be sure that your definition of done includes all of those things so that people understand when they're putting an estimate on it, how many boxes and what boxes those are that they need to check in order for that story to be done.